You know, my background is in religion and in the study of theology, the study of religion, the study of God. So I'm particularly interested in the sort of worries that people are expressing at the moment about an inability to meet for religious services. I'm not a great fan of the term religious worship because so much religion is not specifically worship, but give that be that as it may. The issue is we have a tendency to think that one size fits all. One size doesn't fit all. Some religions, for example, have a particular day or a particular location, and some religions actually not only offer a form of service at particular times, but they offer a complete formula for the whole of life. So there isn't a point where religion starts and life, ordinary life, continues. No, the two things are linked together. Now, COVID has focused our minds on this because so much of this year, religious buildings have been closed and services have been curtailed. If you think back to, if you think of traditional Judaism, a minyan is 10 adult men that is necessary to form a congregation. You cannot have a synagogue congregation without 10 adult men. This goes back to Psalm 82, which is a lovely psalm which talks about God standing in the congregation. So how do you define a congregation? 10 adult men. And that means 10 men over the age of 13. 10 men who are bar mitzvah, under the law. Therefore, in a congregational prayer, it would be possible to recite the Kedusha aloud. In that great central prayer, the Haftefillah, the standing prayer, the core of synagogue prayer. Now, synagogue itself isn't a Hebrew word; it's a Greek word, and it means coming together, gathering together. And in this in this great prayer, there's a key reference to the resurrection and the vision of Isaiah, with the angels gathered around the throne of God singing, "Holy, holy, holy." Now, you will also find this. And also the priestly blessing. But you will also find this vision of the life to come, the angelic choir, the union of people on earth and in heaven. You'll find this in Christianity in the central prayer of the Sanctus, holy, 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 again. And if you think of Christianity is often defined by the term church or ecclesia. And ecclesia is another Greek word that simply means gathering. The original ecclesia was the assembly in Athens, the town council. If you go, if you look at the other great religions, Islam, what has COVID done there? COVID has seriously compromised the celebration of Ramadan. And in the last few days, in Hinduism, Diwali is difficult to see how in advance. How would you celebrate Diwali in the traditional way? What we've had over the last year is an outpouring of anxiety and uncertainty, and the natural response to that is to turn to faith. But gatherings mean transmission. And the frequency of gatherings mean transmission. So, for example, in Islam, when you've got 5 gatherings a day, this is potentially very, very dangerous. What we've got to think about now is digital religion. We've got to think of innovation, other forms of the expression of our religious belief. I would like to see, or in fact I think what we've seen with the COVID year is a return to spirituality and a return to wonder and waiting. And my sense is that this will be a year when we reaffirm our links with the desert and with the desert fathers and with the idea of Cappadocia. And I certainly, when I'm thinking now, I certainly think back to my time when I was on a Greek hillside looking after goats, when, the ultimate in eremitic life. In fact, I was never more monastic than when I was looking after goats. Silence. Silence is not a bad thing.